Hi, everybody. Hallie Love here from my studio in Playa Negra, Costa Rica. Thank you so much for being here at my YouTube studio. Super cool. I've had a lot of requests for shorter videos, de-stress videos, restorative yoga. I'm recording some restorative yoga tomorrow with live students, and also some requests for classes with demonstrations. So the previous videos are all me teaching live classes, but for privacy of my students, I just kept the camera on me to get the voice instruction. So I'm going to today guide you through a 15-minute de-stress class. So I don't know about you, but I feel like everyone that I know, including myself, has gone through some turbulence as of lately, and the energy is heightened, scattered, ungrounded, so a little bit stressful, maybe a lot stressful. And so this is a little 15-minute practice. I say little because it's short. 15-minute practice that I have used to ground my energy, to de-stress. And I feel like after it, I'm more able to navigate through challenges a little more easily. I'm able to feel more calm, more grounded, more collected, less messable with. All right, so let's get started. You will start off in child's pose, okay? So if you know the postures, go ahead and get into them. If you need a little instruction, I'll demo and then I'll continue to teach, okay? So child's pose, knees wide, if that feels okay for your knees. Big toes touch together, okay? You can bring your hips down to your heels. Arms forward, forehead to the floor. Okay, now if you have really tight hamstrings or tight inner thighs, probably your bum will be up a little bit and it'll look like this. But that's okay. It's more important in your child's pose for your forehead to be down than your bum to be down, okay? So you'll use this posture to connect to your breath, to become present. So you can start off with a few really deep inhales through your nose, and exhales, sigh out through your mouth. Just allow each one of these breaths to presence you into now here. And now go ahead and generate your Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi is deep inhales and exhales performed through your nose. If your nose is stuffy, you can breathe through your mouth, but preferably you're breathing through your nose. Nostril breathing calms your nervous system. And you want to add some slight constriction to the back of your throat to make this breath audible. And I always like to say my Ujjayi breath is whispering to be present, to move with ease, easeful effort. So your intention for today's class is simply to connect to your breath. The word Ujjayi means victorious. So I like to think of it when I hear the whisper of my Ujjayi breath that I'm victorious in my breath-body connection versus my thinking mind's connection to all of the thoughts that we think of. Okay, with your next inhale, reach your fingertips really far forward and start to rise up to all fours, landing in all fours. Now you can have your hands a little bit more in front of your shoulders. This will decrease the pressure off your wrists, okay? You want to have your pointer fingers forward. So I'll show you that for a second. Pointer fingers face forward. So your hands look like this if I was on a glass table, okay? You don't want to turn in, you want a little slight external rotation of this bone, your humerus bone. The external rotation broadens and widens your chest, okay? So it takes us into more optimum posture than what we're usually doing slouching, all right? So from all fours, you're going to follow your breath. So your breath will guide you through cat-cow. As you inhale, let your belly drop down. Lift your tailbone up and back, head up and forward. Keep your neck long. You're not doing this. It's really hard to breathe here, okay? As you exhale, you're doing the opposite. Rounding, pulling your shoulder blades apart and drawing your nose towards your belly button. Inhale, head and tail rise up. And exhale, round. So flowing through a few more of those with your Ujjayi breath. Focus on bringing ease to your movement, ease to the effort. Thinking about getting your spine really, really, really long as you inhale. And then really, really close together, rounding as you exhale. For your next minute in this movement, draw your awareness to your shoulder blades, your scapula. As you inhale, roll them kind of down and together toward your spine. And as you exhale, draw them apart. I'll invite you to close your eyes now. It's an invitation. Remember, you can decline any invitation and start to take your awareness inward and drop into any organic, intuitive movements that your body's wanting to take, moving away from what this looks like and dropping into how it feels. That's what's important in yoga. How does it feel? All right, from here, pause at center on all fours, tuck your toes under, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting your tailbone up to the sky, let your head go, let your head hang, okay? And now with your breath, as you inhale, lift both heels up. As you exhale, push one heel down, down, down. Feel a stretch through your calf muscle. Inhale, both heels up, up, up. Tailbone to the sky. Then exhale, drop your opposite heel down, getting into your opposite calf. Good, continue a few more rounds of your calf stretch, paddling out your downward facing dog. Really dropping your shoulder blades down your back for this, right? Release any tension in your neck. You can even open up your mouth, rock your bottom jaw from side to side. Okay, now from your downward dog, I'm going to turn this way. I want you to float your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee and open, and then step your leg through for low lunge. So back knee comes down, front leg comes forward. It's helpful for your knee to be over top of your ankle. This can cause a little bit of pressure on the knee, albeit we're not standing, so it's not too bad, but I always like to, as someone with knee issues, keep my ankle right underneath my knee, okay? So now you can come down onto your left elbow, and maybe you can come down onto your right elbow. If not, you can stay like this, or you can stay up on your hands, okay? To deepen the stretch, you can lift your toes up, watch my foot, spin on your heel. So see my toes and my knee are going in one direction, and then you can drop down onto the knife edge of your right foot. This will deepen the stretch. You want to feel this through your right hamstring, your hip flexors, your groin. In case you're going to hold here, keep your foot engaged. Engaging your foot flexes the tibialis muscle here, which helps keep your knee joint in line, okay? So you're going to be here for a total of 2 minutes. Okay. Lean into it, breathe into your pelvis. See where you can soften. Maybe your hands, your neck, your face, jaw, throat. Now remember, this is like a gentle hatha style class, so you can move around. This isn't yin. There's no tattva of stillness. So you might want to rock a little bit like this from side to side. You might want to bring your right arm up and apply a little bit of pressure to your right thigh, just a little. 1 more minute to go. Really connect to your Ujjayi breath. Let every inhale be the investigator. Where am I holding on to tension? And then allow every exhale to be the excavator, to dig out and to take the tension away. 40 more seconds. 20 more seconds. Okay, come back up to your hands. You'll bring your foot and center it between your hands on your mat. Rise up to low lunge. Push your hands into your front thigh. And then as you exhale, really melt down into your pelvic area, into your groin. Always be mindful of your bottom knee. If you need padding, you can flip the mat over, okay? If you can, flatten out your back foot and start to go back a little bit more. If you want to deepen this, you can cactus your arms, lift your heart, and go back. Easy on your neck. And release. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Tuck your back toe under and take it back to your downward facing dog. Move into your alternate knee bend with the guidance of your breath. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, one heel to the floor. A few more of those with your own breath. I love when I can really allow my breath to guide my practice. I feel more presence than I've ever felt in my life. And I think that's what keeps me coming back to my mat, is that presence. And presence is so needed today. Today, as in this day and age. Okay, other side, ready? Float your left leg up, bend your knee and open, and step it through. Okay, bring your back knee down. See how it feels on this side. Take a few wiggles, wobbles. If you want to go down a little more, drop down to your right elbow. If you can get your left elbow down, go for it. Dorsiflex your foot, toes up, spin open, and come on down. You'll hold for 2 minutes here. Take some few little rocks, soften your hands, let your head go. You can open up your mouth and rock your bottom jaw from side to side. Really soften and melt down. Inhale to inquire and bring curiosity. Where am I holding tension? And exhale to soften it and let it go. 1 minute left. And as you have your left leg forward, are you able to start to notice any difference from side to side? Something that we'll get into a little deeper in the longer classes. Feel your breath. The breath is the only thing you have to connect to. The only doing is to breathe. And when you do your breath, you become a being. You start to be. 30 more seconds. Soften more. All right, now on this side, just step your foot into the middle, rise up, melt down into your right hip flexors. Pushing your arms into your thigh, broadening your collarbones and your shoulders. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can cactus your arms, really bend into that front leg. Lift your heart up, lift your shoulders up. Ujjayi breath. Opening your heart up more to receive more love, more joy, more peace, like my shirt says. Good, and take it back down. On this side, just come through to seated. Sukhasana. Sukha means ease, easy pose, cross-legged position. Go ahead and put your hands down, lift your bum up, and plant your sit bones down. Feel them, okay? So you'll close practice with a 1 minute releasing breath. So I like to hold my knees, lean back a little bit, Let my knees fall into my hands. And I feel like this allows me to really sit tall, bringing ease to my pelvis, my hip flexors. I feel like without it, my hip flexors tense up, okay? So releasing breath, really simple. In through your nose and out through the mouth. Really bring the inhale deep, deep, deep. And just open your mouth and easily let it go, okay? No pushing or forcing on the exhale. Okay, you'll keep going for 1 minute. Of course, as all pranayama practices you do with me, ahimsa's first. If you get dizzy, release the pranayama, release the breath work, touch the floor, connect to your natural breath. Once the dizziness subsides, you can rejoin the pranayama. 30 more seconds. Think about releasing anything and everything that simply does not serve you. Next inhale, fill all the way up. Pause at the top of your inhale. Take in a little bit more air and pause. One more breath of air, inhale. Open your mouth and sigh out and let it go. Place your left hand on top of your chest plate and your right hand on top of your left. I'll invite you to once again close your eyes. Connect to your internal awareness. As you feel the beat of your heart, connect to your heart energy. Remember that you are loved. You are beautiful. And you are capable. Take one more deep breath in. A soft sigh out. And fold forward to close your practice. Thank you very much. So thank you again for joining me here at my YouTube studio. If you have any requests, please feel free to email them to me at halilove, HALILOVE @me.com. Or I just realized today that there's actually a comment section on YouTube. I'll start checking that daily and replying to those comments. You can connect with me there or on Instagram, Hallie__love. Thank you. Have a great day. Sending lots of love.